Hey y'all, Latrell here. And I'm coming on here because I want to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, specifically their IP houses. And these are just some of my random thoughts or stuff that's going on in my head. So if you haven't heard, Universal Studios has announced 4 houses so far. 2 are IPs and then 2 are originals. And I'm learning about myself, or just as I'm thinking, I have not had the greatest time at the IP houses. I've always preferred the original houses. So the IP houses this year that's been announced so far is going to be Sinners, and then there's Stranger Things, surprise, surprise. But I have reservations about both of those. I have reservations about Sinners because I'm not sure how that's going to translate into the house because of the subject matter. So, unless they're just going to do it all up as, vampires and kind of ignore some of the undertones, the racial undertones of the story, then, I can see it. But, I mean, that story, it was a heavy story. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about that, but I'm still, of course, excited to see how it is going to be. And then there's Stranger Things. I did not care for the last season of Stranger Things. I only got Netflix just to see the last season, and I waited till all the episodes were out. Once I watched it, I canceled my Netflix subscription. I felt like that season, everybody was just everywhere, and I felt like there was a lot of plot lines going on and stuff. I don't know, I just didn't care for it. And thinking about the houses that I've been in that were Stranger Things, well, the one I can really remember, I didn't like that house either. I didn't like the house. I didn't find it interesting. It was kind of boring. And thinking about that, all of those IP houses, those big IP houses, what was one last year? Oh God, what was it? What was it called? Fall. Fallout. It was on the tip of my tongue. I know what it was. Fallout. I didn't think it was particularly bad as everybody was saying, but I didn't get anything really from it. Who else was there? Terrifier, absolutely not. Couldn't stand it. I hated it. It was actually one of my worst ones that I went through. I just don't find gory horror entertaining at all. What other? Jason universe, which I call House of a Thousand Jasons, boring. It was boring for me. It did nothing for me. I've never really been a big Jason fan. I'm more of a Freddy Krueger fan, but I didn't get any enjoyment out of it. There was Five Nights at Freddy's. That was fine for me to look at the animatronics because I thought they were very fascinating. But as far as scares, it didn't scare me. The movies didn't scare me. It was just interesting to watch. But yeah, the only IP house that I can remember that I really, really enjoyed was Poltergeist from a couple of years ago. That the part when it gets to the demon ghost, the one that comes out, that right there freaked me out. That freaked me out. I think that's the only time I ever screamed in an IP house before. Y'all, I'm going to insert myself here and I'm going to say Insidious also. Baby, you couldn't get me to shut up in that house. But yeah, just Poltergeist and Insidious. As far as it comes to their original houses now, those are the ones that have freaked me out and that's been entertaining. The one last year was the Doll's House. That was my favorite one. That one got me for real. But yeah, I'm curious to know what other IP houses they're going to have this year, but so far I'm not that excited about the current houses, the IP houses. And also, the merchandise for the shirts for these houses. The Jack and Oddfellows shirt was nice. The Sinners and the Stranger Things shirts. Why can't we have the shirts in the form of the artwork that y'all put out there? What are these shirts? They're hideous. Oh my goodness. But I have a feeling they're probably waiting for that actual time to sell those designs, because these designs are disappointing. But yeah, those are my thoughts about the IP houses. What do you guys think? Are you excited about the houses so far? What has been your experience in the past with the IP houses? All right, bye.